Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to take a look in the Soulforge and tell you what I think are the weapons worth crafting and the troops worth crafting or avoiding this week from the Soulforge. Also take a look at the latest Glory troop and tell you what we think about that. Anyway, why are lobsters bad parents? Because they're shellfish. That one was provided by Bert Sedgwick a couple of days ago. Very funny. Thank you, Bert, for that one. Got a few laughs. Right, let's take a look at this latest Glory troop. There it is. Veneratus. Dragon's Claw Epic. Converts all red gems into yellow dragon gems. Pretty cool troop, especially as it starts with full mana. Empowered, always good. These are always good counters to certain Guild Wars teams, because if the Guild Wars team starts off with the colours that they want, like red, and they want to convert them sort of thing, you can actually convert all those red away into yellow and put the board back into your favour. Also, reduce damage from spells by 25% is good, and then all allies gain 2 random skill points is so-so. But yep, not a bad troop at all. Going to be really useful in Guild Wars. Empowered, 7 out of 10 all day long, possibly more, but I'll sit on the fence and say 7 for now. But just before we get to the Soulforge, the Gemfather, the guild that I am in, is looking for a few more players. We had a few players leave recently for one reason or another, and have a few vacant slots. And the requirements, as you can see, are level requirement 1000, and take a look at those weekly requirements. That is not a typo. You put in what you feel the guild is worth, but that does not mean that it's free to be in this guild either. Take a look at the players above you, see what they're contributing, see what their rank is in the guild, and use your brain and try not to be at the bottom every week. The only other rule is no drama. If you're a drama queen, likes kicking up a fuss, you will be out the door before you even know it. So if you're a PlayStation user looking for a new guild, or just fancy a change, pop into the Gemfather. It's a fun place to be. Alright, now let's pop to the Soulforge, take a look at the weapons and troops. Begin with the weapons. I did do a new video the other day, a couple of days ago, called Soulforge Extra. Now what that is basically all the weapons and troops which are in the Soulforge all the time. Things like these rings here, the Curse Breaker weapons, Trick and Treat, Duskbringer, and so on. I'll put the link in the description below this, but you can find it on my channel as well by searching Soulforge Extra. So let's begin with these standard weapons which are new here. Now the cool thing about these cheap weapons is sometimes they're not very good, like Explosion. Explodes 4 gems of a chosen colour, heals some life. Not that great. Why would you craft this? Well, one of the reasons is it's very cheap to craft, and it gives you another weapon for that kingdom. This is a Dragon's Claw weapon. So if you look at your kingdoms, and for example your next kingdom level is blocked by the fact you might need X amount of weapons from a Dragon's Claw fully upgraded, it's a good chance to pick up some of these cheap weapons, even if you're not going to use them as a weapon, just to move your kingdoms on. So yeah, that one's a bit rubbish. I was going to say you chuck an egg at someone. You must chuck it at yourself because it heals your life. Explode. You must get that egg, must bash it into your own face or something. That explodes gems and heals life. Anyway, I think too much. Mystery Egg creates 8 red and 8 yellow gems, then summons either a dragon egg or fell dragon egg. That must be the mystery, is a dragon egg or a fell dragon egg. Whew. The mystery is mind-bending. Either way, it's not very good. Volcanic Shield. Give 44 armor to an ally. If the ally uses red mana, give double armor. And if the enemy has a boss, explode all red gems. Again, not fantastic. Giving armor is okay, but if the ally uses a red mana, you have to put on a red mana using a troop to get the most out of that, to get double the effect. And if the enemy has a boss, explode all red gems. So yeah, not truly terrible, but are you going to use it considering the other weapons in the game? Probably not. A bit like this one, it's not diabolical, it's just there are better weapons in the game. Mace of Claws. Give magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by dragon allies. Then create a mix of 6 red and purple gems for each dragon ally. So this uses green and brown, it generates red and purple. So ensure that your other troops, at least a couple of them, use red and or purple to benefit from that mana generation. Otherwise you're making it for no reason. Doomed Focus. Bit of one of these strange weapons. Creates 4 red gems. So let's make it clear this uses yellow. So it creates red gems plus 1 gem per tempering level. So it starts off really low. 4 red gems is not very much. Fully powered, that is a lot better, but obviously takes a lot of forging with those forge scrolls. And then gives magic plus 1 armor to all yellow allies. So it will give itself some armor. And if the enemy has a doom, eliminate all armor from a random enemy. So you need a doom on the other side to benefit from that eliminating armor. And it creates red gems. So yeah, a little bit of a strange weapon, but it may work in certain teams. Dragon Tails. Deal magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by Dragon's Claw allies. Then create a mix of 6 red and purple for each Dragon's Claw ally. Uses yellow and green, similar to the other weapon. It doesn't actually self-charge in any way, so you need other troops on your team to use red and purple to benefit from that mana generation. These weapons here are in the Soulforge extra video, as I said. That'll be in the link in the description, as well as searchable on my channel. Talk of the Dragon. Remove all red gems with no effect, just taken away, gone. Deal magic-based damage to an enemy boosted by gems removed. And if the enemy is from Dragon's Claw, or if the battle is in Dragon's Claw, deal a double damage. So this is like what I call the anti-Dragon's Claw weapon. It's like it removes all the gems which the enemy likes the most. In this case, red uses yellow. So try not to use red troops in your team because you're actually taking away the gems which they would want as well. Again, these ones are in the Soulforge extra video. And that is it. We are done for them. Troops. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up. Again, all the troops that are here on a constant basis are in the Soulforge extra video. Uberstat used to be an absolute beast. Still good, just not the absolute overpowered monster he was a few years ago. Deals magic plus 2 damage to the 2 weakest enemies, boosted by all ally and enemy attack. If one of the enemies dies, then just kill the other one. Now what's outstanding about that is you can just obviously give someone a uber wallop, get them softened up a bit, get them in range with Uberstat, and he will just automatically kill 2 enemies. The downside to Uberstat is that once he's done that, it's very difficult to get it to work again because you've significantly reduced the attack combination because it's boosted by all ally and enemy attack. So with 2 enemies gone, his spell becomes rather less effective. But yeah, it can be still really, really good. Not absolutely terrible, just not the absolute game changer he was when he was first around. Same with Infernus. Infernus was an absolute beast as well when this guy was first around. Deals magic-based splash damage to 2 random enemies and explode 5 random gems. Still really good. Splash damage is good. The explode random gems can self-charge itself to a degree a lot of the time. So not bad at all. But also, that 3rd trait, burn all enemies on 4 or 5 gem matches, is really, really cool. Really good when you can use that burn to get things going for the triple skull damage Fireblade talent in various classes. Summon a Firestorm when an enemy dies is good as well. So yeah, still a really, really good troop, Infernus. Pharos Ra. Now, if you're a experienced player in this game, playing it for a long time, you're hardly ever going to use this guy. Transform yellow to purple, deal damage to an enemy boosted by my souls is a nothing fantastic spell. But if you're a newer player, just get this. I can't say it enough. If you're a newer player to the game and you've got enough diamonds, get Pharos Ra right now without even thinking about it. Actually, in a minute, once you've finished watching the video, not right now. But yeah, gain 150% bonus souls from battle. I can't tell you how much of a game changer that is going to be with this guy in your team. Just squeeze him into as many teams as it's possible to fit him into, and your souls will fly through the roof. You will gain them at a way better rate than what you do normally, and you'll be able to move your game on way quicker than what you will normally. So, absolute game changer, Pharos Ra to a newer player. Get it, get it, get it. Simple as that. Draculus. A lot of people don't say this thing's that good, but I think he's actually a little bit underrated. Still looks like magic plus 5 life from all enemies. Steel is the same as true damage. Now, if you look at this, for example, yeah, it doesn't sound much off the bat. So that's, what, 160 effective true damage. because it's steel, you're taking it from them and you're adding it to yourself. So it's in my case, it's a 320 health point or life point swing. That's huge. If that was all on just damage, that'd be like 80 damage to all enemies, true damage. That's massive. So yeah, I think it's actually pretty good. Don't use it often myself, but yeah, not as bad as I've heard other people say, in my opinion. So that is the rest of them. All these other ones are in the Soulforge extra video. Take a quick look at the legendaries. First up is Captain McCaw. Deals magic-based damage to an enemy if they're submerged. Kill them, otherwise submerge. All rogue allies start with 50% in mana is a really cool thing about this. So if you can cast this twice in a hurry, you're guaranteed to get a kill, basically. Because if they are submerged, kill them, otherwise submerge them. They should be submerged, and if you can get this charged up again, they will be killed if you manage to hit the same enemy. Not too bad. Killing. Still see this guy all the time on Guild Wars. Converts purple to red, brown to skulls, and blessed to random allies. Very, very good indeed. But as always, I always say, don't craft legendaries or wait for them to pop up in chests, because yeah, it's a much better way of finding them, and your diamonds are valuable. Divine-ish Bala, one of the absolute best legendaries in the game, even if she has got wonky booby-doos. Transforms red to skulls and green to yellow, and enchants to random allies. Is a great spell on its own, but also all divine allies start with a 40% mana. And yeah, never mind. Infernal King converts green to skulls and brown gems to red, and deals magic-based scatter damage. Love this troop as a early player, really, really cool. Burn enemies when doing skull damage is cool as well, as is 25% chance to resurrect after death. Not too bad at all. But who gets my super coveted, not Mythic of the Week? Well, difficult in a way, because if you're a experienced player, then it's not going to be Pharos Ra, but on the basis a lot of people are coming to the game as new players, I have to give it to Pharos Ra. If you're a new player, utterly essential. That Necromaster trait cannot actually say how much of a game changer that is. So if you're a new player, get Pharos Ra. Absolutely superb. Fantastic troop. Just get it. I'll be back later on with some more videos today. So thanks for watching this one, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.